I finally decided to pick up The Mystery of Edwin Drood by Charles Dickens. If you've been following me for any amount of time now, you know that I absolutely love Charles Dickens, and I've read almost every single book that he's ever written. I actually took a college course that was entirely on Charles Dickens, and we read some of his major works in publication order, which I don't recommend. It's a bit confusing. So as an adult, I have tried to go back through his entire fictional works and reread them all. But I've been putting off Edwin Drood for one simple fact: it is unfinished. Dickens was doing amazing things right along with some of his peers, like Poe, who was giving us the first detective novel, and we get Sherlock around this time, and Dickens was trying to write a murder mystery. It had been about 10 years since his last book, so people were ecstatic that he was now coming out with a new book. Unfortunately, he died before he finished it and left no notes, which is a little crazy because he really left a lot of notes for the first part of this, so we don't know who done it. I put off reading this for a long time simply for that fact. I'm a person who really likes to resolve mysteries and solve them. But there is a very robust online community that has posited lots of theories as to who done it. Couple of things that are really interesting about this book. It drips with Charles Dickens' wonderful atmosphere. We have England again as its own character in the book, and we have red herrings all over the place. We have lots of suspects, but no resolution, which is unfortunate. I would highly recommend, if you want to do a very deep dive into Dickens or into other books of this time, including Sherlock, that you read Thomas de Quincey's Confessions of an English Opium Eater, which will give you a very, very good idea about why opium was so prevalent at the time, and it'll give you a deeper understanding of some of the characters in these stories, specifically one of our potential suspects in this book, who we open in an opium den, and many Sherlock stories open in an opium den. And there were a lot of people doing opium at the time, but there were two different types of opium users. There were people who used it medicinally, and then there were people who went to opium dens and smoked it, and they were considered to be very, very different. So I'm really curious, has anybody read Edwin Drood? And if so, who do you think did it? Leave me a comment down below and let me know, and I will be starting to post long videos on my YouTube channel to discuss this more in depth.